The storm raged like an angry beast, clawing at the earth with wind and rain. In a remote forest town where secrets grew like moss in the shadows, two figures stood against the odds. One, a retired police canine whose body bore scars of service, and the other, a 12-year-old blind boy named Eli, who saw the world not through his eyes, but through his heart. Asterisk, and on one night under that storm-blackened sky, their unbreakable bond would uncover a dark secret buried deep in the woods, something that would shock the entire town. Asterisk, but to understand how we got here, we need to go back to where it all began. Eli was born blind, but he never let that define him. His mother, a nurse, raised him alone after his father died in a road accident. Despite the hardships, Eli was a curious soul, always asking questions, always feeling the world with a gentleness beyond his years. Asterisk, when Eli turned 10, his mother made a decision that would change his life forever. She adopted a retired canine named Ghost, a white German shepherd with piercing blue eyes and a silent strength. Ghost had served in search and rescue missions, and though he was retired, there was fire left in him. Asterisk, at first, Eli was hesitant. He had never been around a big dog before, but Ghost seemed to understand. He never barked, never jumped, just sat by Eli's side, breathing calmly. Asterisk, one night, Eli reached out and placed his small hand on Ghost's head. Asterisk, "You're not scary," he whispered. "You're just lonely like me." From that moment, they were inseparable. Ghost became Eli's eyes. He guided him through the trails behind their small cabin, helped him find his way in the world. They formed a silent language, a touch on the paw, a tilt of the head. Together they could navigate anything, or so they thought. Asterisk, the town of Timber Hollow was quiet on the surface, a place where everyone knew each other's names. But underneath there were whispers, rumors of strange sounds in the forest. Missing animals, and most recently, a young girl who had vanished near the old hunter's trail. Asterisk, Eli had heard the whispers, so had Ghost. Asterisk, one evening, Eli's mother came home shaken. The little girl, Mullally, was still missing. Search parties had given up. Police had no leads. And the storm forecasted for the weekend meant hope was fading. Asterisk, but that night, as thunder rolled over Timber Hollow, Ghost began to pace near the door. Something was calling him. A scent, a memory, something familiar yet disturbing. Asterisk, Eli felt it too. Ghost nudged him, whining. Asterisk, "You want to go out, boy?" Ghost let out a low growl and stood at the door. Eli didn't hesitate. Asterisk, he put on his raincoat, slipped his cane into his belt, and held tight to Ghost's collar. Asterisk, let's go. Find her. The storm had begun to break by the time they reached the forest's edge. Branches snapped overhead. Mud sucked at their boots. But Ghost pushed forward, tail stiff, nose to the ground. Eli trusted him. Hours passed. The rain soaked them. To the bone, the cold crept into Eli's fingers. But Ghost never stopped. Then, suddenly, he froze. A faint sound, a muffled whimper reached Eli's ears. "Is that her, Ghost?" A low bark confirmed it. They followed the sound until they reached a narrow, overgrown trail Eli had never felt before. The path led to an old hunting cabin deep in the woods. Long abandoned door, so they thought. Ghost growled. Eli placed a hand on the door. It was slightly ajar. Inside, he could smell something foul. Chemicals, metal, blood. Asterisk, Ghost didn't wait. Through, and what they found would haunt them both forever. Asterisk, Emily was inside, tied to a chair, weak but alive. She whimpered as Ghost ran to her, licking her face. Eli moved closer and felt the ropes with trembling fingers. Asterisk, it's okay, he whispered. We're going to get you out. As he worked the knots, he heard a noise behind him. Footsteps. Asterisk then. A voice, asterisk. Well, didn't expect company tonight. Asterisk. It was Caleb Hart, a local hunter, respected, trusted, but now, standing in the doorway with a rifle slung over his shoulder and a smirk on his face. He looked like a stranger. Asterisk, you shouldn't be here, boy, he said coldly. Ghost bared his teeth. Caleb stepped closer. That girl was supposed to be a message. People need to know this land belongs to me. Her family trespassed. Eli stood up slowly, shielding Emily behind him. You're sick, he said, voice shaking. Asterisk, Caleb laughed. And you're blind, kid. What are you gonna do? What happened next happened fast. Caleb raised the rifle. Ghost lunged. A gunshot echoed through the storm. Eli screamed. Ghost's name. Silence. Then a whimper. Asterisk, Ghost had taken the bullet in the shoulder, but was still on his feet, growling.
Ow.
Teeth clenched around Caleb's wrist. Asterisk, Eli moved quickly, grabbing Emily and pulling her toward the door. Caleb howled in pain as Ghost released him. Asterisk, together, they ran. The storm had lessened, but the mud made every step a challenge. Ghost limped beside them, bleeding but determined. Asterisk, they didn't stop until they reached the highway, where a passing truck screeched to a halt. The driver called the police, and within the hour, Timber Hollow's dark secret was out in the open. Asterisk, Caleb Hart was arrested. In his cabin, they found evidence of illegal traps, stolen animals, and more proof that he had been terrorizing the forest for years, hidden behind his reputation. Asterisk, but none of it would have come to light without a blind boy and a brave old dog. Ghost underwent surgery and survived. Though he never fully regained use of his front leg, he remained Eli's protector and hero for the rest of his days. Asterisk, Emily made a full recovery and grew close to Eli. The boy who had saved her life, they often visited the woods not with fear, but with respect. They built birdhouses, cleaned trails, and made the forest a place of peace once more. Asterisk, Eli later told a reporter, "People think I'm blind, but I saw the truth that night. I saw that monsters don't hide under beds. Sometimes they wear smiles." Asterisk and Ghost. He received a medal of bravery from the local sheriff. But more importantly, he earned a family, love, and the place in Eli's heart where heroes live forever. Asterisk. This heart-pounding and emotional tale of a blind boy and his loyal canine companion is a journey of courage, resilience, and unexpected heroism. From surviving a deadly storm to exposing a dangerous secret. This story will leave you inspired, moved, and reminded of the unbreakable bond between humans and dogs. Asterisk, if you believe in second chances, loyalty, and bravery that goes beyond sight, this story is for you. What did you think of Eli and Ghost's journey? Asterisk, have you ever had a moment where a dog changed your life? Asterisk, share your story in the comments. We read every single one. Asterisk, and if this story touched your heart, please like, share. Subscribe to Pawsitive Tales for more inspiring dog human stories every week. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a moment of positivity.